Hello and welcome to Business Today Television. I'm Siddharth Zarabi and with me now is Kishor Patil, the CEO and MD of KPIT Technologies. Welcome to the show. An impressive set of numbers in the first quarter, bucking the trend really, Mr. Patil, in the broader IT sector. Take us through some of the key highlights.
So thank you very much and good afternoon. So I think mainly I think it is something which we have taken up few months back, few years back, right? Focusing only on automotive and mobility, and basically what we were trying to do is the industry trends, which whether it is electrification, autonomous, connected, central architecture, changes in the business model, which is all powered by software. We just focused on these areas. And then again, we identified that these sectors, and then we decided to focus on only 25 clients. And those 25 clients, basically, we had a really strategic relationship. We are really working with them very closely. So that what we are seeing is the spend continues. I think that the trend continues. Our clients also continue to spend in this area, while overall spend, they may or may not increase. But in this area, they continue to spend. KPIT is in a pole position to do that. And I think based on this trend, based on some of the large engagement which we have taken up recently, with both these together, we continue to grow, and that's why we have a visibility and a confidence.
Mr. Patil, your firm is an auto industry focused firm, and you've seen 12 consecutive quarters of steady revenue as well as EBITDA growth. What are the specific factors or strategies that you've deployed to ensure this kind of sustained performance?
I think the key point is the trends I mentioned are not short-term trends, and they are going about changing in the architecture and building of the platform, not a project, not a program, but a platform. And that is typically, 6, 7 years, 5, 6 years at least, kind of engagement in some way. And of course, it will get to the next level later. So the point is, these are all long-term engagement. These are the areas which are very key to the sustenance of these OEMs. And I think from both this perspective, I think getting engaged early in this game, from the architecture or blueprinting, as we call, or in the initial phases, that is really helping us. And in between, what has helped us also is we did some very interesting acquisitions, and then basically organically as well as inorganically increase our capability towards systems level. And that basically uh, puts us in a very unique position to help our client to realize these long-term programs, what they have, and make them successful. And that is the reason we are having this longer run.
Okay, the order book in the first quarter stood at $190 million dollars, and strategic accounts, middleware, architecture, electric powertrain. But I'm more interested in the connected vehicles piece, Mr. Patil. How quickly is that growing?
No, it is one of I would say, decently going or good going, strong area for us. We actually believe that we can do much more in this area, because the way we see is till now, both in terms of investment and engagement, we focus more inside the car, and which of course is important and very relevant for the overall vehicle architecture, etc. But as we see the outside the car space, connected is a very important part, and we have some unique strengths because of coming from the inside of the car, understanding the network, etc., multiple things. And that's why we believe that these opportunities will go up, and specifically with the cloud analytics play change in the business model, this can grow into a huge area.
Am I correct in understanding that you are perhaps looking at the connected devices space with the 5G architecture and your own expertise in this? Is there a possibility of moving into newer sectors?
No, that is not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the car mobility industry. And basically, the change in the business model for OEMs is basically, as of now, large part of their business come from sale of car. Now it will move to sale of features because they can update it, remotely. It will move to sale of services based on data they have. So understanding, consumers, and basically provide them multiple services, location specific services. So monetization, the time they spent in the car. And this is a big change in their business model. It will happen over the period. It is not going to happen today, tomorrow. But all the companies have announced that in next 10 years, there will be significant revenues in this area. And I think they have, very, I would say, strong outlook on these revenues. So that's another interesting space. That's why I said about the connected
Right.
vehicle from that perspective.
The UK and US business, European business have done fairly well. What are your clients telling you in terms of the overall direction that business growth is expected in these key markets?
No, I think, as I said, our market is this 25 clients which we are focusing on. All our deal wins are in these clients. So I think we are seeing their continued interest in investing into technologies, continue investing in making their programs successful, because that is very key to their survival. So overall, we are not hearing anything else other than what I mentioned to you.
Right.
And actually, and as we move forward, we see other horizons, where we can engage. Naturally, we'll have to develop some capabilities, this, that. But I think overall, we see that in a positive mode.
What about the Indian market? The Indian auto market has been doing decently well over the past.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
What's happening there?
And we are, I may say that we are not as strongly engaged as we are in outside. But now we know that from two reasons. One is, I think we can bring the best of the practices to Indian companies and automotive as well as mobility companies. And this being developing into the third largest market, right, in terms of vehicles, and having a stronger GDP growth than them. This is one market we would like to really, focus in next year, this year and the next year, and really work with our ecosystem clients. And frankly, more than just, there will be a business, and we can add tremendous value to them. But we also believe that we would like Indian companies to widely successful globally. I do believe KPIT can contribute to that.
I'm sure you can. And since you speak about Indian companies succeeding globally, I have to ask you a broader question. One of the leaders in global EV technology and products is Tesla, and we are hearing news reports of their imminent entry, made in India, made for India car, a gigafactory. Do investments, likely investments by companies like Tesla, also present an opportunity for companies like yours?
Yeah, they all. It's naturally all our clients are looking at Indian market. It's very important for us to really work with them, make them successful in Indian market. We do want India to be a buoyant market. We of course bring more specialized, if I had to say, value proposition in India market. That is true, and so that will continue. I just added also that there will be some other players also. I think, and also India has more also commercial players, etc. So I think the overall India opportunity, I'm pretty much very bullish about it over next 5-6 years.
Are you saying that the likely entry of Tesla will also be followed by others in the EV ecosystem?
Already they are, right? All the OEMs, all our clients, whether it is, all European companies are here, right? All European companies are here, Japanese companies are here, Korean companies are here, and all of them will have AV offerings. So absolutely, I think we can bring more innovation to them, but absolutely that the market is good. Everybody is looking at what is the next growth market. So India certainly is a growth market.
A quick follow up on that before I ask you another matter, and this is to do with how large do you think the EV market will ultimately become in India? You are aware of that debate, petrol to diesel and then CNG and now EV. How significant do you think this will be in terms of the overall market in India?
See, in most of the companies abroad, they have goals that by 2030, some by 2035, they will stop manufacturing conventional cars. I don't know the exact objectives, but I'm pretty sure the way responsible Indian companies are, and we have very good companies here, they will take the same view. And I guess if you look at the global OEMs, they are also taking the same view. So most of their launches are also coming in EV in future. So more and more models are possible. So I actually believe at some point of time, I don't know the date, whether it is 2035 or 2040, I don't think then conventional cars will get manufactured. It will become to EV. It's very important for 2070 goal of also zero carbon target for India. So I'm sure there will be some other pull and push pressures.
All right. As I wind down this conversation, I have to ask you this most important thing that our colleagues here want to know. You know, KPIT is called a multi-bagger in stock parlance. You have a set of happy shareholders, investors. Stock has moved from 100 to 1,000 in just about what, 36 odd months. What would you say to shareholders who are looking at you for even more growth in the quarters and years ahead?
I think we are very confident about our strategy. We believe automotive is in a prime space for the technology changes. There is a what you call disruption, which is happening, transformation. That is what is happening in this world globally. We are extremely in a prime position. We are the largest, arguably the globally in the new technology areas. So I think the external trends are great. I think our relationships are great. So overall, I believe we need to benefit more from the spend. That's what I can say.
Absolutely, and Mr. Patil, I'm sure the growth trajectory and the plans that you are outlining will deliver even better returns for shareholders. Thank you very much for your time with us today. With that, it's a wrap on this conversation around the first quarter results of KPIT Technologies. We'll be back with more. Do stay tuned in. We'll be back just after a very short break. Goodbye.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi